remember this outside corner that I did? Now, when you put more mud on there, you don't want to just put it on this way and try to go like that and get it smooth. You might think it's smooth, but then when you put your blade on it here, you'll see that you're still low. And because I'm going to end up skimming this entire area, you got to put it on this way, and you'll fill up that void right down the middle. When I skim this, I'm going to put a 12-inch blade on here from here over, and that's going to make this entire thing go away. So I've only got a 6-inch blade now. Should I put that on with a 12-inch? I probably could, or an 8-inch. This is a 6-inch. I'm only going over 6 inches, so if I've got an edge there, I'm gonna hold this up and I'm gonna press hard over here and bend it and just try to wipe that edge off. Okay? And that's just gonna help me. Had I not put this additional mud on here, when I skim it, after the skimming coat, the entire skimming coat with the next process after this, it'll be low right there. It'll dip in because I needed more mud along that edge, because whoever installed it before, they didn't put enough mud on there to begin with. Okay? There's a tip for you. Now your question could be, hey Joe, couldn't you just skim out the entire wall at this point, since you're going to do that anyways? And won't that cover up all your patches and everything else at the same time? Well, it probably will, if your patches are smooth enough. So if you get your second coat of quickset on there smooth enough, and you think you can do it without having to do this additional step, you could do that. But I'm doing this for your benefit, to show you how it's done, in case you feel it needs to be done, and how easy it is to do this before you skim out your entire wall. Okay, now I have, that's your 6-inch blade. Let me show you a 12-inch blade. I'm going to get my 12-inch broad knife out. You see how much bigger it is? Oh yeah. You want to keep this thing nice and protected when you're not using it. When you skim over patches, this is what you want to use. You can grab a whole lot this way, but I'm only going over the patch areas right now. Let's see, if your patch areas are small enough, you can use the 6-inch or an 8-inch. If you got an 8-inch knife, you can use that too. Right down to the end, so I don't have much mud left in my pan. See how nice that works? This is the blade I'm going to use when I skim out the entire wall. Here's the thing with using that 12-inch so much. It tires you out. So that's why I'm only going to use it when I start skimming out the entire wall. And I try to save my strength. And even if I have to go over my larger patch areas with the 6-inch, I can do that and save my energy. You'll see. decision time. Now that I've put the thin coat of all-purpose joint compound on my patch areas, you see how it's already drying? I haven't been off these walls but only a few minutes because I started over here before I started on all the other patches. It went rather quickly and it's already starting to dry. The deeper areas, I did the deeper areas like up in here, you know, this whole line up on the ceiling. I've done that first and it's already starting to dry, so that's good. Okay. I don't have to wait for my entire project to get done before I do this. I do all the other walls first, and that'll help this dry before I do this ceiling area. I'm always thinking about my project. I went around the windows, and I don't have to do the windows again, so put that on nice. I don't have to do a tight skim on that anymore. I did that last after I skimmed out all my other walls. Now see over here in the kitchen, because I had to skim out this entire area, I've got to let that dry. I put a little bit more mud on there because I had to cover the existing spray texture, okay? So that is still drying, as well as up above this window. That's still drying. Well, I don't have to do on the edges of the window or the top edge of the window, just only above the window I have to do now. So now I can let that dry, and I can let this dry more as I come over here and start this. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit more. This will be a good time to take a nice little break, take your lunch break, whatever. When you come back, this will be ready for you. That's our afternoon project. We're gonna skim out these walls.